And I am, and will always be, the girl from the aisle.
Hey Dove Cameron, we heard you had a blast on the set of Descendants 3, and we can't really blame you. We know you spent a lot of time goofing off with the cast, but that never stopped you from perfecting your dance moves. You gave us everything you had and more in Descendants 3, and we can't wait to hear about the good times you shared with Booboo, China Ann, Sofia, and Cameron. The cast of Descendants 3 had the time of their lives while on set. They made new friends, formed lifelong bonds, and created hundreds of memories along the way. But there's one story Dove and Sofia will never forget. Watch until the end to find out what it is. The last scene. During an interview with ABC News, Booboo Stewart talked about the many emotions he encountered while filming the last scene of Descendants 3. According to the actor, it wasn't even the last day on set, but filming the last scene hit him right in the feels.
And I literally could not say the words.
Dove Cameron and director Kenny Ortega were sitting right next to Booboo, and they totally knew where he was coming from. The Cosy Credits. The actors of Descendants 3 know how important it is to radiate energy on camera, but they also know that once the camera stops rolling, exhaustion settles in. In this behind-the-scenes moment, we see the cast laying down on the floor. They're super tired, but still have it in them to share a couple of laughs. Cameron Boyce is the only one still standing, and he's rearranging their hair for a final scene. When Kenny asks the gang what scene they're filming, Sofia tells him they're filming the Cosy Credits. If only. Dove Cameron let fans in on a top-secret story that occurred during the first Descendants film. She considers it to be one of her most embarrassing moments. During an interview with 17, Dove shared a story about the time she got pranked during her solo number, If Only. Dove was convinced that there was no record of the incident, but the clip eventually surfaced. In it, we see Cameron, Sofia, Booboo, and Mitchell running up behind her. Dove heard them coming and thought she was about to be attacked by a wild animal. She was so embarrassed when she turned around. Dance party. If there's one thing the Descendants cast has in common, it's their love for dance. They're constantly goofing around and singing along to some of their favorite songs. But when Kenny yells cut, that doesn't mean the dance party is over, because cast members like Cameron Boyce, China Ann McClain, and Brenna D'Amico have a way of keeping the party going. We catch a glimpse of an adorable cast moment in this short video. It's easy to see the bond that these friends share.
We are all capable of good and bad, no matter which side of the barrier we come from.
The real meaning behind the Descendants franchise. During the very same interview with ABC News, director Kenny Ortega talked about the true meaning behind the Descendants franchise. Kenny spoke about how empowering all three movies really were. He wanted to show viewers that where you live or come from doesn't matter. In the end, it's all about the choices you make.
Themes that you don't determine who someone is because of where they live, but you determine who someone is because of the choices they make in their life.
Booboo, Dove, and Kenny all believe that the Descendants movies relate to the modern times in which we live in. Can you see the similarities? Tell us about them in the comments. The color of evil. China, Sofia, and Cameron love to spend time together, but that never stops them from engaging in some friendly competition. During an interview with BuzzFeed, the girls played a trivia game about Disney villains. They had to guess the color of the evil queen's eyes, and Sofia made her mother proud by correctly naming the color green. That's when Dove realized that Maleficent's eyes are green too. So midway through the interview, they concluded that green is the color of evil. Symbolic relationship. It's time for a fun fact brought to you by the late, great Cameron Boyce. In this video, Cameron uses his friend's knee as an armrest after giving her a spot to sit. He goes on to explain that their exchange is similar to a symbiotic relationship. Cameron talks about how little fish follow sharks around. The sharks give them protection and food, while the fish give the sharks daily cleanings. Cameron totally had a symbiotic relationship going on. Closer than ever. The Descendants cast lost a member of their family on July 6, 2019, a blow that many of them will never fully recover from. Kenny, Dove, Sofia, and Booboo told stories about Cameron and how he made everyone feel. According to the cast, losing Cameron brought them closer on an emotional level, and they continued to celebrate him every step of the way. Would you rather? Some interviews take on a very serious tone, and others are downright ridiculous. During an interview with Nikki and Sammy, Sofia and Booboo started laughing uncontrollably. They had to choose between saving their friend from a wild goose or throwing seeds at them mid-attack. These villain kids were seriously amused by this question. The space between. Evie and Nal are the best of friends ever, so it's only natural that Dove and Sofia are super close in real life too. If there's one memory Dove and Sofia will never forget, it's watching the final product of their duet, Space Between. Sofia and Dove gush over how much they love each other and almost start to cry. If that's not true friendship, we don't know what is. Which one of these stories was your favorite? Tell us in the comments. Real life stories from the cast of Descendants 3. Give this video a big thumbs up if you love everything Disney. And be sure to subscribe to the things while you're at it. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you later.